Hello, this is Myra Elaine on the Buying Space channel doing a Bible reading from Ezekiel chapter 17. I stumbled across this passage and felt led to read it. This is starting in verse 1. The word of the Lord came to me, O mortal, compound a riddle, and speak an allegory to the house of Israel. Say, thus says the Lord God, a great eagle with great wings and long pinions, rich in plumage of many colors, came to the Lebanon. He took the top of the cedar, broke off the utmost shoot. He carried it to the land of trade, set it in a city of merchants. Then he took a seed from the land, placed it in fertile soil, a plant by abundant waters. He set it like a willow twig. It sprouted and became a vine, spreading out but low. Its branches turned towards him. Its roots remained where it stood. So it became a vine. It brought forth branches and put forth foliage. There was another great eagle with great wings and much plumage. And see, the vine stretched out its roots towards him. It shot out of the branches towards him, so that he might water it from the bed where it was planted. It was transplanted to a good soil by abundant waters, so that it might produce branches and bear fruit, and became a noble vine. Thus says the Lord God, will it prosper? Will he not pull up its roots, cause its fruit to rot and wither, its fresh sprouting leaves to fade? No strong arm or mighty army will be needed to put it from its roots. When it is transplanted, will it thrive? When the east wind strikes it, will it not utterly wither? Wither on the bed where it grew. And then the word of the Lord came to me. Say now to the rebellious house, do you not know what these things mean? Tell them, the king of Babylon came to Jerusalem, took its king and its officials, and brought them back with him to Babylon. He took the one of the royal offspring, and made a covenant with him, putting him under an oath. He had taken away the chief men of the land, so the kingdom might be humble and not lift itself up, and that by keeping its covenant it might stand. But he rebelled against him by sending him ambassadors to Egypt in order that they might give him horses and a large army. Will he succeed? Can one escape who does such things? Can he break the covenant and yet escape? As I live, says the Lord God, surely in the place where the king resides, who made him king, whose oath he despised, and whose covenant with him he broke, in Babylon he shall die. Wow. Breaking a covenant with God is serious business. I mean, part of this verse reminded me of the song, "There's nowhere to run to, nowhere to hide." Back in the days before the internet, people could move across the country and start new lives and leave their past behind them a great deal, as much as anybody could ever do. But now that we have the internet and all that information out there about all of us, we are who we are. I mean, we always have been. But if you're a king, it doesn't matter. I mean, it might matter as far as getting away from some toxic relationships. But if your toxic relationship is with God, if you are trying to hide from God or breaking a covenant with God, there's no escape, because God knows all, sees all. So keep your promises to God. Like Hannah, she prayed. She said, "God, I'm not fertile. My husband has all these children by his other wife. Please bless me with a child." And she had Samuel. And she gave Samuel to the temple after he was weaned. Can you imagine what would have happened to Hannah if she hadn't followed through? And look at Jonah. Jonah decided he was not going to follow God. He was not going to go into the ministry. And he got thrown off a boat and swallowed by a big fish or a whale. And was spit out in vomit 3 days later. Jonah knew you can't run from God. So I don't understand all the people out here that do that. You know, there are days when people have called me a Bible thumper. And I see my subscribers go down after they watch the unboxings. And then, oh, there's a Bible reading. And then, you know, I lose subscribers because I read the Bible. And somebody's like, "Oh, no, that's this and that." No, I've watched it enough to know that I get new subscribers. They come in, they watch an unboxing or 2 unboxings and a little video, and then I do a Bible reading. Of course, I have many people on here, and bless you, those of you that love my Bible readings too. Thank you so much for being here. But you know how it is in the world. You go along, you have a hobby with somebody, and then all of a sudden, you testify to them. Because you don't want your new friend going to hell. And then all of a sudden, they're not your friend anymore. Thing is, they never would have been. But you planted a seed with them, and maybe later, they will come to God. So what's more important? Sharing that hobby with them, or whether they go to heaven or hell? Even if you think you might lose them, please go ahead and testify to them. Because you're not going to change who you are if you're a Christian. It's not like you could hide it from them. Are you just going to act like you're not Christian around them all the time? Wouldn't that be breaking a covenant with God? Something to think about. Which eagle are you? Have a wonderful and blessed day, everyone.